Good morning, everybody. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Give it a few minutes for everybody to come in. I just got up recently, so I didn't have a I didn't have a lot of I didn't put it up in advance. I didn't put the stream up in advance. So give it a few minutes to let people come in while I get myself together. How y'all doing today, man? Y'all drop something in the chat. Let me see who in here. Y'all let me know how y'all evening went. How did y'all evening go? If all is well. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm tired of. I'm tired of y'all not. What in the world? Looking at a video. Oh, I'm tired of y'all not pulling up with no questions, man. Y'all ain't doing y'all homework. Every time I ask if anybody got questions, everybody tight lip. Don't nobody got no question. Well, I ain't got no question. I'm just here to see what everybody else say. Ain't got no question, Tim. I just want to see what other people talk about. I don't know how to say my question to other people. Other people say their question good, man. So I'm just here to hear what other people want to ask. Man, if you was doing the homework, you gonna have some questions. Y'all ain't doing the homework, man. Y'all ain't doing the homework. I know you ain't. I know you ain't. Let me see. Man, I seen something on Twitter last night. It said the real question is how long has Joe Biden been dead? It showed like Biden like somewhere like me like talking to some reporters or something, and he was scratching the back of his neck. And the lady that was watching the video, she recorded her TV. She like, it's a mask. It's a freaking mask. And he scratched his neck. And when it went down behind his collar, it looked like his finger went inside his neck. And when he moved his hand, it was like the skin was all wrinkled on the side. And as he moved it straightened back up, she was like, it's a freaking mask. It's a mask. And then they had another clip when he was sitting there talking. And you see how I got these wrinkles in my forehead right here? All these wrinkles in my forehead. It's like his was like, it was like super bunched up. She was like, this is ridiculous. That's a mask. The dog ate my homework. Okay, the dog ate my homework. All right, man. That's enough time. I'd have separated the wheat from the tail. I gave people plenty of time to come in. So we gonna go ahead and get right into it, man. I am in the Discord. If anybody want to pop in and unmute. But let's get to it, man. Let's stop shucking and jiving. Good morning. If this your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say, welcome. If it's not the first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say, welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning into Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo Espanol. And you are now in tune to another episode of The Overnight Price Action Review. In the Overnight Price Action Review, we just sit down and we look at what price did overnight so that we can have a better understanding of how we want to approach the market for that day. Right? Approach the market. Yes, homework from the videos that I drop every Friday. I drop a video every Friday and it has homework in there. Let's see who in the chat. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Deborah. You are the first one in the chat. Talk about notification gang. It says you said good morning at 8:59. That's pretty much the time when I made this stream. Here to learn and share. Good morning. The Black Al Davis, the person who dog ate the homework. Good morning. What's up, Will? What's going on, Kim? What's up, Tim? Buenos dias, Valentine. Buenos dias. What's up, Mikhail? What's going on? What's up, Lil Hawk? What's going on, Lump? How everybody doing today, man? Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Okay. I don't have my trading view open. Let's do that. Let's do that. See, we hovering around the high. We're hovering around the high. All right. Let's look at the three sisters real quick. Okay, everybody hovering around the high. I can see. Everybody hovering around the high. YM on the top, ES in the middle, NQ on the bottom. Everyone is hovering around the high. We're hovering around the high. Okay. No major divergence today. All right. We still got divergence overall, but no major divergence today. Everybody's hovering around the high. All right. We got the Dow that poked above yesterday's high, still hovering around the high, right? As we see, the Dow has made it back to all-time highs like we was talking about before. Had that blue line up there for a while now to see when the Dow made it back to all-time highs. It finally made it back to all-time highs, right? It made it back last week sometime over here, if y'all remember. Right here when it went up above all-time highs. Excuse me. So, and the ES, right? We see the ES poked above yesterday's high too. And then the NQ still, there's a little bearish divergence there. We have a little bearish divergence there on yesterday's high, right? So the NQ has not taken the high, but the Dow and the ES has taken yesterday's high, right? So the Dow and the ES has poked above yesterday's high, and the NQ has not poked above yesterday's high. Now it's just a little poke. They didn't like dig deeper into it. So y'all know how I don't like little pokes like that. I like a nice run. I like it to run through that high. I don't like them little pokes. When I see those little pokes, I'm looking at that little poke as getting a deeper retracement to get a running start at it. Right? Not saying that's what has to happen, but that's what I like to see, because that little poke above there, that's just not enough for me with all of this engineering liquidity right there. All right, we're doing all this engineering liquidity. Then that little poke up there, that's not enough for me, man. Come on, man. Give me more than that. Come on. All right. See, we got a little bearish divergence. Most part, they trade in the same, but it's just a little bearish divergence at the highs. We don't have that extreme divergence where the Dow is at the bottom of the range and the NQ is at the top of the range. They're all at the top of the range. So they're trading. They're playing nice together. There's just a little bearish divergence at yesterday's high. Okay, so excuse me. We opened up here last night at 56. Oh, let me make my stuff bigger here. Make it bigger for everybody that's looking at it on devices. All right. So we opened up yesterday at 56.0775. Right? 56.0775. We pushed up a little bit. Did not take out a high in the afternoon. Right? We pushed up, did not take out a high in the afternoon. Came back down, right? And we took out the sell side below this little area of equal low. We got these got equal lows here. Got like a little small area of consolidation there towards the end of the day, and we came down and we took that area out. We took out that time-based liquidity right there on that 8 p.m. candle. All right. So on the 8 p.m. candle, we took out that time-based liquidity. Took sell side, right? Took out sell side, right? Right here. Time-based liquidity. Created a SIBI here on the 730 candle. Right, created a SIBI on the 730 candle. Okay, push back up, right up to consequent encroachment of that 730 SIBI here on this 915 candle. And then we just kind of, when we retrace back down, right? Now, mind you, there's a 1 hour BISI that we had traded down into when we were before we got to retrace back up. We traded back down into a 1 hour BISI. Okay. So when we hit the consequent encroachment of that 15-minute SIBI at 9:15, came down and just consolidated inside that 1 hour SIBI for a while up until 11 p.m. And then we came down and took out the sell side, creating another SIBI right here and a volume imbalance right there on the 11 p.m. candle. So 11, when we start dropping, we created a SIBI. We created two SIBIs actually on 11 p.m. candle and 11:15 candle, right? So we got two SIBIs there. I just highlighted both of them. All right. Retrace back up, right, into the order block right there, right? Hung out there. Midnight open was at 55.9975, and we just kind of consolidated there inside that 1 hour, the low end of that 1 hour BISI, the discount from consequent encroachment to the lower end, traded in the discount of that BISI. Why y'all tell me I'm a fancy dancing on, right? We traded in the discount of that 1 hour BISI, all right? And we traded inside those two SIBIs, right? From the 1045, the 1045 and 11:15 candle, right? I mean, the 11 o'clock and 11:15 candle, right? And then at 2 a.m., we dropped down, taking out the sell side again, right? Notice we're trading down into these 15-minute BISIs right here, right? We had an hourly BISI. There's a 15-minute BISI here on the 1 p.m. candle. There's a 15-minute BISI here on the 12:45 candle from yesterday, right? So these are the BISIs right here that I'm talking about. Okay, that's what we're trading down into. Okay, so we break down at 2 a.m., take out the sell side, trade down to consequent encroachment of the 12:45 p.m. BISI from yesterday afternoon, right? Push back up to the order block and respecting consequent encroachment of the SIBI, right? Respecting consequent encroachment of the SIBI, respecting the inversion fair value gap right here on the 245 candle. Then 3 a.m. when the London opened, we drop down, take out the sell side once again, trade very near, like maybe a tick or two, right? So the low on that candle is 55.8925, and the low of that BISI is 55.89 even. So one tick away from the low of that BISI, right? Then we push back up to the high of the BISI, go to the high to the tick. Then we come back down and drop below the BISI, below that low, right? Below that low. And then we start to expand up, right? And then we do not give any type of retracement until we get all the way back up to the high. We poke above, right? We come up to this order block from 7:15 p.m., right? And then we close right at the high of the first fair value gap that we marked out, that initial fair value gap, right? We close right at the high of that on this 5:15 candle, right? We close right at the high of that initial fair value gap that we made. Then we trade back down into the BISI on the 5:15 candle that was created, trade back down into the BISI, right? Creating an inversion fair value gap from this. Remember the two SIBIs from the 11 p.m. and 11:15 candles created this 5:15 candle, created inversion fair value gaps, and it created, remember we talked about yesterday, a reclaimed fair value gap, right? Reclaimed for, now we're back on the top side of this hourly fair value gap, right? So we're back on the top side now at 5:15. So over here at 5:45 candle, when that candle closed, now that created this reclaimed fair value gap right here. when this 5:45 candle closed, that's the last candle of the 5 o'clock hourly candle. So when this candle closed, it created this reclaimed fair value gap, because now we just closed back on the top side of it on an hourly basis. Okay. So then we pull back into the 515 BISI. I'm tired of drawing stuff. I got a million things on the screen. And then we pushed up from there, right? One more opportunity to pull back into a BISI, and took out the daily high from yesterday. After taking out the high, we pull back down, right? Creating two SIBIs, take out the swing low, stop the low of the candle respects the high of the reclaimed fair value gap. The next candle, we come down to consequent encroachment of the reclaimed fair value gap, stop at the high of the inversion fair value gap. Remember, I say this 515 candle created an inversion fair value gap here for the one we was looking at. Now we come down, poke inside, just a quick poke there on the inversion fair value gap. Then we push back up, right? Trade all the way through the high of this 845 SIBI, right? Push back down, right? And touch the reclaimed fair value gap one more time. And now we're currently pushing back up. That's where we are in current price for the overnight price. Hexion. Now, let's go out, zoom out, and look at price and see what we got going on. All right, let's zoom out to a 4-hour chart. Zoom out to a 4-hour chart. Okay, so looking at a 4-hour chart, we're gonna zoom out, just look at it for a second, right? So here we are. This is a 4-hour chart, right? This is a 4-hour chart. The 4-hour time frame appears to be drawing here, right? The 4-hour time frame appears to be drawing there, right? We have a daily SIBI there, whose job is to keep price down, right? That's where let's go up. Let's go up. I always want to start from the top down, right? We want to start from top down. So on the weekly time frame, right? The weekly overall is very bullish, right? The weekly overall is very bullish, right? Not just because it's going up, but because we are taking out buy side, coming down, respecting discount PD arrays, taking out buy side, right? Respecting down close candles, see, right down, right? Pushing up, still taking out highs, still respecting down close candles, right? Now, the only bearish thing that the weekly has shown is that we just inverted that fair value gap, right? An inversion fair value gap is a type of change in the state of delivery, right? So the weekly has given us a sign that it may be shifting bearish, right? It may be shifting bearish. Right now, we're still respecting this down close candle, right? So if this change in the state of delivery is legit and we will get a bearish candle, right? It's still playing into that narrative, because for a bearish candle, you want to open, high, a low, and a close for a bearish candle. So it's still playing into that narrative, but we're waiting to see how that plays. These are weekly candles, so it takes a whole week for this to happen. We won't know what's going on with this candle until Friday, right? Showing signs of some slight bearishness, slight weakness. I'm not gonna say bearishness, but slight weakness. But that is a bearish signature. That's a bearish signature. I can't say that. Daily, right? The daily, right, has shifted to a sell program, right? The daily has shifted to a sell program, right? And it has some obstacles in the way, of course, right? So I don't know if you all was all on last night. I was like, if you're aggressive, you can say that, okay, we're on the sell side of the curve in a sell program. If you're aggressive, me personally, I wait until we get this, right? Because if we are switching to a sell program, any sales over there would be your low risk short, right? Because your risk is to here, and any sales over there would be your low risk short, because based off risk to reward, right, you're only risking this to get this, right? So that's your low. You're risking that much to get that much, right? That's your low risk short, right? But I wait until after the low risk short happens, and then I say, okay, we're on the sell side, because now I got a break in market structure there, right? A retrace back up, and then I'm respecting that area, and I'm breaking past this last area of accumulation, right? So then I know, okay, boom, we're on the sell side of the curve. But the daily has switched to a sell program because we've taken highs, right? Right. And then we've gone above those highs again, and we've broke past this down close candle. In a buy program, the down close candles should keep price up. We've broke past this down close candle, and we've gotten a bearish break in market structure. This low took out the high, then we came back down, traded below the low right there. Okay, so we got a bearish break in market structure on the daily, right? And so the daily has switched to a sell program, right? Does it have to stay there? No, because if the weekly wants to go up, the weekly can just easily push it back up. But the daily has switched to a sell program on the ES. All right, the 4 hour is in a sell program. So the daily is in a sell program. The 4 hour is in a sell program. So if the daily in the sell program, right, and the 4 hour in the sell program, right? So that's why I say the 4 hour appears to be wanting to draw down to that, right? It appears that the 4 hour wants to draw down to that, because right now the 4 hour and the daily are in alignment. They both have switched to sell programs, right? So we got two higher time frame that's in alignment to draw down, right? And the weekly has given a bearish signature, but we still, like me, I'm still not jumping the gun, because I need the weekly to break below that low, and that will give me a bearish break in market structure on the weekly, right? Because right now we're still respecting that candle, right? We have, right, inverted that right there, but that's the break in market structure for the weekly, right? That's the break in market structure for the weekly, and that is where the 4 hour appears to be drawing, right? So weekly break-in market structure there, 4 hour appears to be drawing there, 4 hour is 2 times frames away from the weekly, right? 4 hour initial consolidation, right? Go up, smart money reversal, right? Low risk short, right? Get below that last stage of accumulation, right? Pull back, retrace into there, and then sell down, right? So looking at it as the 4 hour being on the sell side of the market maker sell model, and the 4 hour is in alignment with the daily, as far as the daily has broken bearish in a sell model. Now, again, the weekly is still respecting the PD array. So this is where you want to pay attention to how price trades. Right now, we are getting that open high, low close thus far. It's only, we're just starting Tuesday. We're just starting to, so we have to wait until the end of the week to see if we get an open high, low close on the weekly candle. But as far as the intraday, we got our PD arrays that we're watching, right? We are retracing back up, right? So for the 4 hour, we're looking for this area to keep price down, right? We got this huge SIBI on the 4 hour. 4 hour SIBI is matching up with a daily SIBI right there. So for the 4 hour, you're looking for this area here to keep price down, right? This area keep price down. Why is that? Because we went up, right? Broke down, trade back up to this area here, break down, right? Just like that. Just like that. The market is open. The market is open. The market is open. If you're going to trade, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take a copious amounts of notes so you can go back and study what you saw today and apply it to your future trading endeavors. Please enjoy your day. What y'all got in here? What's up, Seawalt? What's going on, Sonya? I do not know this name. I do not know this name. Carino? Is it Carino or is it Carino? Carino, before take liquidity, retracement in premium. Was I asking some questions? Was I asking questions? Was I asking questions? Looked like Carino was answering questions. Was I asking questions? All right, man. That's all I got. Anybody got anything for me? Does anyone have anything for me? What is it? What is they doing, man? What is this saying? 140. What is? Why is it stuck on saying 140? All right, man. I don't see nothing in the chat, so we're going to go ahead and call it, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody that pulled up last night. Like I say, man, y'all ain't pulling up with no hard-hitting questions, man. That means y'all ain't doing y'all homework, man. That means y'all ain't, man. When I was doing homework, man, I had all kind of questions. I was wishing I could just get on the, I was wishing I could just get on the internet and get Michael to answer my question. Be sitting up there tapping into his Twitter space lives when he be answering questions. There be so many people in there. You and he just randomly pick people to answer questions. I'm like, man, pick my question. I got a real hard-hitting question, man. Everybody putting up with the foolishness. I got hard-hitting questions to ask, man. Y'all don't be pulling. Y'all be like, I ain't got no question. I ain't got no question. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out, man. I appreciate the people that did pull up last night. You know, like I say, I don't need 1 million people. I just need at least one. All I need is one. I need one person that say, hey, man, can you help me out with this? And I'll be there. All right, man. Y'all take it easy. What you sad for here to learn and share? What you sad for? What happened? What you sad for? Oh, you sad because I'm thinking I'm fussing? I ain't fussing, man. I ain't fussing. Hey, y'all ain't got no questions. You ain't got no questions, man. Can't force nothing. Can't force nothing at all. Can't force nothing at all. Anyway, till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that they call price action. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Gone. Yep.